Currently in the war room. Sean had a moment, killed Alice. Baby Alice returned.
Oh yeah, baby Alice.
Yeah.
Baby Alice.
Wait, to clarify, how old is the
10.
new Alice? 10.
I think it was I think she's physically 10.
Yeah.
Physically
Okay.
10 currently.
So that's like half of her size then.
Yep.
Jesus.
Little baby.
I just like the idea of the 10-year-old coming back. You get the system good.
Came in.
Okay. Now back to business.
stripped the old body. The old body was then dragged out and taken to the kitchen, I believe.
Take it to the kitchen so it can be processed.
Be processed. After she removed a hand and sent it somewhere.
Hulk is not eating any food here for a little bit.
You know.
What if it's that gut soup?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
what happens when it smells
Oh, no.
really good?
Oh no. Hey, just be rabbit stew, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
I guess.
It would
Definitely
be
would
rabbit
be.
stew.
Technically.
Although I get the impression that Cabbage may not be too keen on eating her apparent aunt.
I mean,
Yes,
you know.
so
we
what
don't
we've
know.
learned is Cabbage is genetically both Alice's sister and her niece in a weird, twisted way. Sean and Alice know each other intimately, whether that's in a good or bad way. You guys don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All you really heard is this in this locket is the soul of the person you love. And then so she stripped her body, took her seat, kind of looked over the rest of you.
Question.
Yes.
What was she wearing when she came back?
I forgot to tell you. She's always wearing a kimono.
Huh. Neat trick.
Oh.
It was too much for Wendy.
God.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Kimono,
back
get out of here.
And as she sat down, you see her pull out a small hourglass, and then a small leather bag.
Fluffy, wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Is it like this?
Kind of. It's like I said, it's less armory.
Yeah, it's more actual, like, full kimono.
Yeah, she's wearing a full kimono. She's not wearing armor
No,
at all.
she's not.
Mm?
That's not a normal kimono.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
that's,
it's more
that's
battle ready,
modified.
but like.
That is anime kimono.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's from Honkai Impact, so.
I'm pretty sure that's her avatar right now in the current thing.
Yeah, it actually is, but that was
yeah.
her previous self. So. Yee.
Good to know you chose a good
It's like a
reference.
full long kimono.
Basic kimono you see in most Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Can't find a good image of it, but yeah. So yeah. So she pulls out a hourglass, and you watch. She kind of looks at it, takes it. Oh,
Welcome back.
Okay, back.
Welcome
Sorry,
back.
Perfect.
failed me.
It's okay. It fails us all occasionally.
Steve, what you missed? Everybody's dead.
Yep, we're all dead.
Cabbage is the only one alive.
Yeah, Cabbage actually lost control.
Alice puts away her blade, licks the blood off of it.
Yes.
Well then.
Turns to Cabbage and goes,
You
and me now.
You and me now. You and me against the world.
The misadventures of Wendy and Alice.
We can rule the
The
universe.
misadventures of the rabbit people.
Yes.
So we're gonna go
Bison lived
goodbyes
because
first, or
yeah, you're right. Bison got to live because he's the captain. She would never kill the captain. Somebody's got to captain the ship.
There you go.
But no, yeah, she pulls out a small hourglass, turns it upside down, sets it on the table, and then a second later, you all kind of look up. And you see that she is now 18. She flips it, puts it in her pocket, and you see her wave her hand. And you watch as a bunch of people like rush in with just plates of food, and they just put this large spread of.
Ah.
All right. My character takes the pot that I still been eating from, puts it off
I
to the
was
side.
curious about that.
Yeah, no, I've been eating this entire
Definitely
time.
still
I
got the
had-
It just
pot.
never stopped.
I thought you brought the pot with you, but I wasn't
I did.
sure.
I did. It just didn't come up because other things were so dramatic.
I had been meaning to. I meant to ask last time, but I didn't. Good to know.
Yeah. So while while the rabbit was getting its throat slit, I was just eating.
Like popcorn, just like chewing it.
No, it was a soup. It was a soup, but I'm like have my head entirely buried in it, like
Dear
not even paying
God, it
attention.
is-
Well,
Dear God, it is you.
I love this character.
Yeah, it's like a full spread of just about anything you can imagine.
Ooh, second appetizer. All right.
I'm realizing
Thank-
this. Your accent's just Louisiana.
It is.
It 100%.
Thank God I'm finished. Okay, where were we? She kind of puts her feet up on the table, leans back. Well. So,
Yeah.
Bison, you know, been a good amount of time on that boat together, but I've never really got your backstory. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, long ago when it is not.
Oh my.
Love it.
Well, there's not much to say. I grew up in the monastery training with the monks. At some point, they did take me away and I started individual training, but nothing really worthwhile came about. I suppose there's the voice inside my head. But the table in front of you as a table in front of her.
That's too much work. You got to turn.
That's a lot of work, man.
It's a lot of brain power.
I had to turn around. Anyway, she looks to her left, and Novel just kind of looks at her and goes, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain.
Oh my god.
She kind of looks at him, turns her head, and goes, "Can you keep a solid accent, or was it change on a whim?" And he goes, "It kind of just changes on a whim. I haven't been able to talk in like 40 years, so
I'm just testing out accents, see which
when
one
the
sticks.
when the DM calls himself out.
Yes.
I've always been like this."
I love it.
The fuck is.
And he kind of goes, I guess I don't need to do an accent. Yeah, it's
boy.
hard to explain. Imagine you had a really old ghost all on your own, and it knows all the secrets of the universe, but refuses to tell you anything. And he kind of looks at Visor and goes, "Is I mean, uh, so what is yours obsessed with? You know, mine likes romantic things and doesn't like to talk about the forge. even though she teaches me about the forge, you think something like that, and then he just watches Alice kind of puts her hand up over his mouth and goes, "Oh, okay." And kind of looks at the twins and goes,
All right, we get
"Is he
it.
always like this?" And they just kind of both nod, yes. I think, and this one goes, "Now imagine he's doing this in your head all the time. This is why we locked him in his own room."
This is how he gets his
You're
own.
telling me he went into my head. They wouldn't shut up.
They wouldn't shut up.
Buys his head the space for rent.
Get out of my head.
Living rent free.
Hey.
But he's
Alice,
right. There's an obsession. Tea.
Yeah, I thought I feel.
So
Interesting.
your second soul is obsessed with watered down herbs?
Ooh,
Oh,
he
Ooh.
hit the T button.
Mmm.
How could you say such a thing, sir?
Should have done that.
I'm an obligate carnivore. Plant material doesn't really interest me all that much.
You're a monster.
You're a monster.
I will take that as a compliment.
We don't have to take him on the ship, right?
We need people
Unfortunately,
like
he
him.
seems to be the only one that can actually keep that ship afloat. Unless
I am mighty useful.
any of the rest of you know your way around metalwork. I'm gonna take the silence as a no.
No.
Buys him.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, your options are the giant lizard, or when she looks to her left and goes, "I don't think you want option 2."
He looks awful up and down.
The lizard's pretty cool.
How do you feel about tea?
The deal breaker, really.
Yes.
Kind of goes, "Well, I mean, Zen's is good tea. Uh, I'm more of a coffee man. You know, it kind of powers you through things. Quick on the forge. Have I told you know how wonderful the forge is?
Oh,
Okay,
no.
agreed. We don't want him.
oh my god.
This is great.
You
I
watch as
love
like
this.
Alice turns and kind of she goes, uh, uh, you know, yeah, and she just kind of snaps her fingers, and Alva goes, "Now forges see they can get hot," and you see his mouth moving, and no more words are coming out. Yeah, better.
Yusan just starts clapping.
Neat trick.
Fascinating.
Couldn't he just
mean-
speak telepathically, anyways?
Don't tell him that.
Can
I
he
mean,
hear us?
Technically, yes, but if he does that, I will turn his brain off.
Interesting.
Just kind of Oval just kind of sits and goes quiet.
Or quieter.
If silence had a sound,
Right.
Silence that is sound.
You
would go
wouldn't hear
quiet.
it.
A giant. You watch as a large man tries to make himself smaller.
I've seen that many a time.
mhm.
And you watch as the more forward twin goes, "You're really gonna have to teach me that one. That could come mighty handily." Anyway, Bison, please continue. Monk's monastery. Mysterious voice in your head.
I mean, It's not much to say. Guess the weirdest thing that happened was just being taken away from the rest of the kids' training. They taught me about an inner self, and I guess that's kind of how and he conjures up his giant astral arm. This became a thing.
So, did you ever know your real parents, or were you just kind of
No,
abandoned as a child?
the monks are all I know.
And this voice in your head hasn't told you anything?
Other than Jasmine's his favorite tea, no.
I like
Man, you
oolong.
I
were
don't know what
kidding
that one
about
got
the
me.
tea.
From what I understand about your race, it's unfortunately I haven't got to work with them very often. God, it's been a few centuries other than you and Oval. Uh, your spirits are usually passed down. So, in some rare circumstances, if there's no bloodline to be had, they will move on. If you get a chance, I would try to sit down with this person in your head. Have tea, I guess,
Please no.
and see
Please
what
no.
he knows. Don't know how much help it'll be to you, but it may be a way to answer some questions, if you have any. If not, leave it alone.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, tell me a little bit about these monks. What type of people were they? What were their beliefs?
They were very much about training both the body and the mind. Very long meditation sessions and a lot of training. At a young age, I remember sparring quite often. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the thrill of the fight. That happened less and less as I grew and took on the one-on-one training. They seemed very obsessed with me finding my inner self rather than focusing on my physical performance.
A sort of mind over body sort of training, then.
Yes.
Now, from what I've been able to observe, your mannerisms and your words don't always seem to match. Why is that? Why do I sense a rage in you, yet you never act on it?
In my youth, I might have acted on it more, but since I've become more aware of the voice in my head, it, he has a way of talking me down. He seems to always look for a wiser option. At times, I ignore it, but it's difficult. I mean, it's kind of like having Avil screaming in your ear about the forge, but it's about tea and calmness.
Hmm. Well, like I said, we've had some time together. Enough for me to understand that I doubt you will betray me. So, in that sense, you're fine. Though I do ask you try to relieve your anger from time to time, as bottling it up, from my experience, tends not to go well, being as you can do the wrong thing in the wrong moment, and well, death is very swift.
Death comes for us all.
And
I mean, yes. I will keep that in mind.
some of us faster than others. Some of us embody death, but I
And
get where you're
sometimes
coming
it
from.
just bypasses you completely, pointing at her.
Uh, Me and Death have a very relaxed relationship
You're
Yeah,
telling
that
me.
sounds like quite the story.
in the sense that we flirt quite often, and we leave it at that.
Hmm.
Seems like that's gonna be a whole nother discussion.
And we will get there.
Hmm.
But first, I feel like I need to know more about you before I reveal about me.
Fair enough.
So, my sweet, sweet little cleric. How we have had our times, but there wasn't much talking there, was there? Uh,
Not in so many words.
so while I know parts of you intimately, I
Valia smiles a little.
Nissan just shakes his head.
I would like to discuss more about your past and try and make sure that you fuck it. Uh Look, I want to, have our fun, but before that, why don't we talk about those little bits of scars that seem to envelop you, shall we?
Well, Valia's the smile's gone.
Hmm.
She sighs a little. Well, I'm not entirely sure what would be the best place to begin there. So let's just put it as home wasn't exactly a very stationary place for me. I was on the move a lot. It kind of had to be.
Hmm.
Most people don't exactly take kindly to tieflings.
Not the
So I went from
people.
place to place. Not that I understood it back then.
So, mm, yeah. Tieflings haven't been the most well viewed. I'll give you that. But I've seen them make do. I've
Well,
seen them climb to the top.
Yes.
they've definitely had Well, I don't doubt that they must have they must have found better situations than where me and my family were.
You'd be surprised.
I
It's
wonder
more,
about that.
it's less finding the right situation and more creating it, in a sense.
Huh. Some places the situation can't be made.
That's true.
Doggo agrees.
Yep, the doggo hard agreed.
That was 100% like, oh yeah, you're totally right.
You right, sister.
That's right, yes.
Dude, I got it, dude.
But
Dogs are pretty.
I'm not quite sure hiding from your past the best option.
Well, I didn't particularly like all the running, especially when things got dangerous. So I found a group of people that made living a little easier.
So you made a home.
In a manner of speaking. We
And
did what we
how-
had to survive.
That's fair.
We looked out for each other. Then we never wronged anyone that was good that did good by us.
Simple rules for a simple group.
I can't say our methods were always the most ethical, but everyone wants to live, or at least most people.
Fair. Fair. But most people that have a group, have a home, have a way of life, they tend not to turn to the church. Which leads me to believe that well, like most of these things didn't end well.
I don't know if I would say it. I don't know if I would put it like that. Like you said, well, you've seen tieflings rise. Well, I necessarily haven't seen that. I wanted to do better than I was. By living the way I was with the people I was, well, I miss them. I liked them, and I still obviously do. But I decided it was time to try and look for a different way to go about things. Stop being what people viewed me as and try and do different.
Try and do
And if I'm
better.
being honest, I've very rarely seen someone look down on a cleric.
Oh, you haven't spent much time with Vessel then, have you?
I try to avoid as much of that as possible.
Uh, that girl knows a lot of things, but clergy is not one of them.
I figured
Yeah.
I figured it was a better way to go about helping people. A better way of going. A better. It was one of my better options of showing that we aren't all how they view us.
You know, that's better than most of the thinkings I've come across. So,
I won't deny that sometimes I feel like I wonder if I made the right choice, but here I am anyway.
well, let me put it to you this way. It's a path, it's a choice, and it's one that I'm fairly certain kept you out of trouble.
I look at
And
everyone around the table. Undecided.
Yeah, I'm not even looking up. I'm just like stuffing my face.
Nissan grins.
Hawk
The
just
verdict still might be a little out on that one.
well, it at least kept you from having a high body count.
I'll give you that one.
So, looking to do better. I can put my faith in that. For the most part. We'll just chalk it up to me liking. You. Lizard man.
I look up, face full of food.
That's exactly what I pictured immediately.
Yep, same here.
I'm honestly not sure why you're here.
Or like holds up a finger, does a heavy swallow. Oh, oh. Immediately goes for the drink. Sorry about that. Didn't expect it to end so soon. I'm here because I want to be.
Okay. Good enough.
Technically, he's not wrong. I found him on the boat and invited him along.
Yeah, I mean, I go where my trade is needed.
Makes the most
as you
sense to
may
me.
know, yeah, and like I don't really have many ties to practically anything. So yeah, I go where my work is needed. Been around a while, not especially too long, but long enough to see the world a little bit. Uh, much like the red-skinned tiefling here. Kind of bounced around a lot, never really settling down too much. Had a couple of folks spent some time with, but nothing really much to write home about. And yeah, that's oh, probably one of the things you probably should know about me. It is my craft that I truly pursue more than anything else. So keep that in mind. And that's about it. Oh, and me.
Craft, you
That's
say.
what I do. Oh yeah, you know, the making of things, both magical and mundane.
Wait, you make things? I make
Oh.
things.
Oh
Oh,
god,
no.
he's
Oh
unmuted.
no! Oh no!
He kind
Yes.
of looks around the room and goes, I'll make things.
Oh, we
He
can
sits
most
back down.
certainly collaborate on things.
Sits back down.
We know,
It's always
buddy.
good
We
to have
know.
a fellow person that knows how to work the metal, the forge, and maybe a couple other things.
Oh
We'll
no, he said
exchange
the F
notes
word.
later.
He wants to say many things, but he seems to be kept at bay by the three women on
Yeah,
both sides of him.
yeah, I kind of like wave him away. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of time.
Use
We're
your
gonna
little
be speaking.
help.
He's
Well,
somehow
you
growing
gotta remember,
smaller.
like, I mean, she probably just about matches him in height. These two definitely do not.
Yeah, I'm very tall. Oh yeah, I didn't actually describe my character.
No, you didn't.
Hold on.
Let's say
Need a
pull it
couple
off.
things.
She's a Fiera. She's a very tiny Fiera, but that still makes you like 6'2", 6'3".
I'm about to say VR is a lot.
No, I'm a lizard folk, as you can probably guess by now.
Uh-huh.
I have kind of green yellowish scales on me. I have a big old blue fin at the top of my head and orange eyes. And
Very
I'm
nice.
currently wearing a very dark green robe with a breastplate on it that has a slight sheen to it, very kind of
think-
almost reddish sheen. So yeah,
You- Yeah, you're one
no
of the few
shoes.
people. You're one of the few people that are like bigger than Oval. Oval's like 7.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm 6'8", but with my fin, I'm 7'2".
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm big.
Taller than
He's a
me.
big boy.
You
Mhm.
stand like
My guy is
fair
taller than
height.
cabbage.
Boy.
Yes, I am actually.
Yeah,
Plus, I'm
wonder.
also large on the sides as well, so I kind of loom over her.
I could hide behind him as a shield.
Yes,
For
He's
once, you could hide behind somebody.
for once. Yes.
big.
Use it to my advantage.
Yes.
Well, you gotta. God, that party's gonna look so weird because you got these people like normal height, and then on both sides you have a giant rabbit and a giant lizard, and
Yeah.
so that walking into a town is gonna be like,
And
oh,
then there's the tiny tiefling.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
the
don't
really
stick
small
out at
tiefling.
all.
Definitely don't.
We don't have a single human. Wait.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we
yes, you
do.
do.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
Watch the one you send in the
Disappointing.
town
Can't see the
first,
dark.
and like he kind of looks around and goes, okay,
Scout.
we
Scout.
good.
To be fair, you technically have two.
I was gonna say Bison
Yeah.
was human.
Half.
Yeah,
Wants
he-
to be,
they-
right?
Other than the voice in my head, I'm technically human.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do have a slight different, like it's like it's almost
Yeah.
like a racial difference in the sense I think they're like they have a different
it's
skin
almost-
tone
it's
and like their
almost like-
eyes are slightly different.
It's
think-
like the
I think we
difference
just-
between a wood elf and a high elf.
I
Yeah.
think
So yeah,
when I was luring up to them, I think the only difference was actually like their eyes. Like their eyes have like this
yeah,
kind of spherical
your like
quality.
features are perfectly symmetrical, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
They're
off-putting.
very pretty.
I mean, to be fair,
Basically,
Hawk does have a
I'm
glowing
way
gold eye
prettier than
now.
Hawk and forever will be.
Yeah, you
It's,
got
it's
you,
canonical.
you look like a pretty human, and
Yeah.
and also the race is very rare, so most people aren't gonna be like, oh, this is X and X race. It's just
So they're
gonna
just
be
gonna
like,
look at they're just gonna look at it and be like, something's off.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like wow,
it's like an uncanny valley
it's
sort of
hot.
situation.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot. He's so very hot. Why?
Exactly.
But
I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
to be fair, Hawk does not have a glowing yellow eye, so gold
Yeah.
eye, whatever.
Golden eye.
golden eye.
It's blind, but it's still glowing in gold.
Hey.
Mm.
Wait, what Hawkeye
Yes.
anyways?
You know, usually I would question you more, but I mean, Vessel did bring you on, and I have never known her to make a bad decision in my life.
We also don't know. We also don't even know his name.
looks at her, head tilting. Uh-huh.
Squints.
Look, she means well. I don't. You know, honestly, you guys are left with two options, and I don't want to send that with you. So,
I feel so bad for Oswald. Like I just shitted on him.
Poor Hubble.
But yeah, so if you bring me materials, if you bring me ideas, I can probably whip something up for you, given enough time, of course.
As I said before, I might have to talk to you later about an idea.
All right, all right. Most of the stuff you see on me is actually of my own design, so I can probably make something for you.
I'll have to keep that in mind, lizard boy.
Whew. We'll have to talk about which one of us is older.
Looks can be deceiving.
Surprise.
True enough. Anyways, that's my piece. I got nothing more to say at the moment, unless you pry.
no, no, I think we're good.
All right then. Head first into food.
I was
Reasons.
out of character. I was expecting that.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'd say this is
I-
very Neil.
I don't like that I'm able to predict this person.
Because we know the person, that's why.
I don't like it.
At this
It's
moment,
good.
you watch as she takes her feet off the table. She leans forward and goes, "As for you, let's start with the demon.
I'm all ears.
Let's start with what you want."
And what do you mean by that? You're gonna have to be a little bit more.
I mean, I can guarantee you it's not for the well-being of anyone in this room.
You know, you seem. Well, actually, no, not seem. You very much so continue to fascinate me by the minute. Your way to read people is very, very good, might I add. Impressive.
Impressive.
But no, my goals do not align with the people at this table here. But they're all very entertaining, so I'm just along for the ride until, you know, things come to fruition.
What century are you from?
What century? Now you know a little too much.
Oh. Let's just say this isn't our first meeting, is it?
I mean, the first time I heard who you actually were, I remember it exactly when we fought, and the many times before. You just never die, do you?
No.
No.
Just no.
Casual no.
Right.
Like I said. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get rid of you. I also know you're not a danger to anyone here as long as things go your way.
Of course.
Just remember to mind your manners, and we won't have a problem.
Like I said on the other ship, as long as these lovely companions don't give me any problems, there won't be any. Plus, it seems so far we're all on the same page. At least for now.
Just keep it that way. Otherwise, you may never see your body again.
I don't think everybody else here would enjoy that too much.
No. Let me talk to the angry one.
We'll talk to the angry one.
The angry one.
Angry.
Now, how do you suppose I go and do that?
Well, either you let him out, or I pull him out.
Let him out, or I'll do it for you.
Wow.
You get no choice.
Yes, the cat's out of the bag, huh? Nissan takes the cage off of his hip, places it on the table. And then you see... Wait, so would people be able to see the spirit of Oz, or...?
It would, like, all they would see is that, like I said, imagine Thresh's lantern, so it's glowing.
Okay.
He's holding it.
Okay, so
I'm glad I was picturing Thresh's Lantern. I'm pretty
Yeah.
happy with
it works.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah. So you see this red, like light red glow, that turns like a deep blue, and you're Oz. Ah, I
Yeah,
hate
that's familiar.
being in this cage. I can't do anything.
You know what?
What?
I don't know why you're still in the cage. I was gonna ask you questions, but you kind of just wear everything on your sleeve, don't you?
Listen, I've been through a lot, and I have no reason to hide a lot of stuff. Although, I've hidden some things, but, usually the way I sound tends to bring things to the surface, so, you know.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Have you thought about therapy?
Is there such a thing?
Therapy.
I know
No.
some people. You can talk to them.
I'm okay.
We can. Are you sure?
The
We
intervention.
can work through some of these issues.
It's like, I'm going back in the cage.
I don't want to talk anymore.
Pull me
but,
back! Pull me back!
no, but Oz just goes, listen, I don't know how to get out of this cage. If I could, I would. But
Did you try the door?
there's a door.
I can
Yes.
And there's actually a fucking door.
Have you not been? Have you just been staring at the wall?
Listen, I
been
watch.
looking into the void.
Around this entire time.
Get off your butt and turn around. I was kidding.
Peripheral vision doesn't exist as a soul.
Right.
Does my soul
Let me
have
ask you a question.
Uh
Have you
huh.
just been listening to the demon this entire time, and has he just been telling you, "No, there's not a door. Look into the void. This
I
is my
mean,
body now." Ah,
kinda.
are you?
I have no idea how this works. You know, I can't just be
This
like,
is fascinating. I
yeah.
cannot
This hurts me
believe
as
that
a
even your
this hurts
souls
Cross
are
the
that
player.
Good.
I'm gonna. I know some stuff about souls. So I'm gonna lay. This may be over your head, and I'm sorry. You see,
Oz is squinting.
right now
Over
there's a
his head.
soul in your body that's not yours.
I know this.
Yes, and it's a demon soul.
I know
As
this.
far as I know, he wasn't anyway. The point is, he's taken over your body, and he appears to be smarter than you, which is a problem for you.
Oh, okay.
Not
Hold
really
on
anyone
now.
else, just kind of for you.
Hold on now.
Uh,
Wait.
Oh,
You can't just
yeah, right
insult
now.
me like that.
Sorry, I forgot to. Yeah, you're gonna have to write this down in.
Ah!
I don't have a notebook in there. That's fine. That's fine.
Oz just starts screaming. Just ah!
I missed Oz.
Are you doing this on purpose?
A little bit.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Look, I
Look.
get pushing Oz's buttons is fun, but we probably should figure it, help him.
And she just kind of goes, "Look, I know enough about him. I trust him. I just need to fuck with him a bit."
All right.
I can hear you.
I knew
I
that
know you
your
can.
skins were
that was
soft,
sort of
but
the
I did
point.
not realize your souls were that soft too.
Hey,
Man, oh man.
lizard
Those
man,
kind of
listen.
Please get back to eating.
feels
At
like
this
it's
point, I'm
yours?
taking other people's food that they're not eating.
I'm a
It was
mercenary and I'm not that soft.
I mean, anyway, look for the door. If you can't find it, think really hard, and maybe your head will explode, and you don't have to deal with this anymore. Just look for a door.
A door.
A door. It might just be a hole in the ground. I don't know. I've never been inside whatever the
Look for
fuck
an
you're in
exit.
right
Is
now.
what she's saying.
An exit.
And whatever he tells you may be the truth. I'm not sure what he tells you, to be honest.
He doesn't tell me anything.
Oh. So you're just stupid.
No! Nissan is just laughing.
This week I'll mess with Oz.
Right. Oz just goes, no, he just doesn't tell me anything. I don't know what goes on.
Oh. Well, you can hear us now, so you haven't heard anything else? You just put like a little blankie over you and it just muffles it?
Oz just goes, that's not it at all. There is no blankets in here. It's very lonely in here.
It would be. I'm sorry. He puts a blanket over what you're in, sweetie. Like a bird in a cage, you know? Keep it in the dark.
I don't know. I can't even see any of you guys right now.
Oh. Guys, he hasn't found the windows.
There's windows.
I don't know.
I hate it in here.
Been inside of there?
I hate it.
What have you been doing in there this entire time?
Existing.
You haven't been trying to do anything to get out.
I can't get out.
Now, okay. I'm gonna ask you to try something for me.
Shoot.
This may hurt your head.
I doubt
Okay.
it.
I want you to concentrate really hard. And I want you to think of a chair. Can you do that?
A chair.
Yes.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Now think about it really hard. Think of it being right in front of you.
Okay.
We suddenly hear a and it just goes quiet.
Now, is there a chair in front of you now within whatever void you found yourself in?
Yeah, there's a chair.
Oh my god.
And you're
Sound like
telling me
concrete to IT.
it took you till this moment to realize you're in a world of your own making.
Yes, because I couldn't. Although I could see magical items, I couldn't realize what kind of magic it was.
So my character raises his hand. So to the rest of you, what was his job again?
Mercenary?
Yeah, that.
All
All I
right.
remember is he died at one point.
So
You
he
know
wasn't
that well.
even a good mercenary, is what
I-
you're saying.
From
I've
what I
killed
understand,
thousands.
there's a reason we never brought him back.
Understood. So why are we even having this discussion then?
There was a quick solution to bringing him back.
I
Is
mean,
there?
There's a quick solution to get me out of here.
he kind of, well, here's the issue. And she kind of looks at Oz's actual body and goes, the quick solution is he outsmarts the other soul.
That
Ah,
doesn't
shit.
seem
That
like
doesn't
it at
sound
this
quick.
moment.
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah.
I gave Oz everything. I don't think he's able to even fathom outsmarting me.
Precisely my point.
He couldn't outsmart himself in a world of his own making.
Hey!
It's gonna be a while. Don't hey.
Don't hey.
Don't hate.
Couldn't we just send him on his way?
Question: after this is done, are we gonna have both voices coming out of that, or just go back to one?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be both voices. Trust me.
Congratulations, you're now talking to yourself.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
So, sweetie, work on building yourself a house, I guess. And
I
get
just did.
comfy. Cool. Good job.
So what you're telling me is I can make a door in front of me and just walk out? Cause I just did.
Yes. And where did you end up?
I'm now outside.
Well, see, you can have your own little adventure in there.
I don't want to be in here anymore.
So we have a veritable ship in a bottle, I guess.
Look,
More like a soul in a
could-
bottle, of course.
The lizard makes a good point. Can you think of a ship inside the bottle?
You want me to do what?
You can make your whole world in there. You can make it. You could be a deity in your own right.
It's
Why
true.
would you ever want to
It's
come back to
true.
this world?
I do have another option.
I don't know if I like
I
this.
could make you another body.
Another
Oh,
body.
certainly. Yeah. We could
It
set
would
you up
take
in the
about-
whole robot thing.
It would take about 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I could technically do it.
Wouldn't that basically mean we're handing his body to a demon who wishes to use it for evil?
We already did that.
You kind of past that now.
Yeah, that point's already gone.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
There's
But now we're just
so-
letting the demon walk off with it.
Well, like I said, this is the point I'm trying to get to. If they could come to an agreement, that would be the best solution. I'm sorry to say this. No offense. But the demon may be useful in the sense that he thinks rationally.
Yeah, we need to make the distinguishing point of a demon versus a devil. Demons are the ones that can actually, cause a whole bunch of chaos wherever they go, and those ones are definitely not reasonable. The devils,
question.
which I'm assuming that this one is more of a law-abiding kind. So, if we put certain parameters, it could actually be pretty useful.
I'm starting to
That's a
like
good
you
question.
more and
If
more,
I knock
lizard
out the
boy.
demon in the physical world, will he have a better chance of overpowering him?
Hmm. Another
You're
interesting
more or
point.
less knocking out the body at that. See, the problem is he'd have to fight soul v soul if there's not
Okay.
some agreement, and then you kind of come into the chance of one winning over the other, and whichever one wins, the other soul dies. It's an option. It's definitely an option.
Let's be
Well,
fair. The devil here
be-
is probably going to win that fight.
To be
I
fair,
I agree.
what if we just make them go 1v1? First to 10 wins? No
That's
items,
I-
final destination?
You can't really referee this sort of thing, so it's kind of just
It's kind of
gonna
a
end
one
up
and
being a
done.
fight to the soul death.
Sure, you can. Just look at
Soul-
the
soul
screen.
death.
So I think it's best that stays in his little world until they can come to an agreement.
I hate it here. I want out.
I know you do. It's
Maybe
okay.
you
Don't
should
talk
have
to me
done
like that.
earlier. You might have made that exit sooner.
I just imagine her like patting the cage. I know you do.
And the cage is just like shaking.
You're like, ah! Oh god, I
The
need a
door's
heart attack
always
now.
there. If you wish to try your luck, you're more than welcome to. I'll leave it to you to figure out how to get out. Once you do, you can fight for your own body however you wish. But I'm warning you, if you die, there's not much we can do from our end. So, good luck.
Well, this sucks.
Or-
I don't like this. I should have never picked up that sword. That's a problem.
Well, that ship has sailed. So what you gonna do about it?
Well, now I have to figure it out, but, you know,
Mhm.
being part of the same body, he happens to know what I'm thinking. Plus, he can hear everything! Nissan is just like, he's right. I can hear everything.
He's right.
And I happen to know everything and everything he's went through and all of his past and everything he's done with you guys. I
So
know
that's another
everything
point.
about him.
So that's why we're trying to open up a negotiation here.
A negotiation. Have you ever made a deal with the devil?
Not recently.
He was waiting for that. He's been waiting for this.
Or it can be like Allison, like, do we have a deal? Nissan just goes, have you ever made a deal with the devil? No. Not recently. Well,
Not recently, no.
it usually doesn't go well for people that, shake my hand.
What's your total HP, right? By chance?
It's gonna be fun. 47.
Okay.
It's
cool.
below 50.
You're
It's definitely
asleep.
below 50.
Oh, you're
Oh,
adorable.
nice. Isan just face
Dunk.
right into the
Dang.
into the table.
That was a 68.
There is no food in
Oh.
front of you because I took it all.
Nice.
You won't get
So
thirsty.
you watch as he just falls asleep on the table.
Something else.
Yeah. Being with, I mean, you don't have what is everyone's passive perception? Chad?
Oh, that's a good question.
Passive. I need passive perception and your wisdom.
Mine's a solid
Passive
Kind of
10.
like
perception,
connecting dots
15.
here.
Is it like insight or just
Passive
okay?
perception.
Passive perception
My
16.
passive perception is 14. You said passive perception. What else you needed?
Just wisdom. It's just kind of like if you can see it and whether or not
16.
you'd be able to connect the dots.
My wisdom's 18, so +4.
Okay.
Yeah, my passive
think-
perception
I think-
is 14. My wisdom is 13.
16 for both.
10 and
I mean,
11.
most of you would be able to
Score
connect
or
the
the
dots
bonus?
then.
Score or the bonus?
Score.
Okay, score.
And I'm pretty sure you'd have high wisdom. I know Bison has high enough.
Oh, right. I need to change the name of this.
Is Bison's 18 or 20?
It's 20. I put it in the roll 20.
So yeah, like most of you'd be able to connect the dots by now. Every time she's cast a spell, it's always been gestures, and she's never used a single word. And so like it's a very unknown style of magic.
Ooh,
Sign language.
very cool.
So yeah, so Vyzen just kind of not Vyzen. Oz falls face first on the table. And Alice goes, "Okay, here's the deal. If you truly want your friend back, uh, if you help me out, I can try and pull some strings. I can get you into that lantern. I can't promise you'll stand a chance against that thing in its true form, but I can get you in there to help him. And take a bit. You'll have to give me some time.
Just for the sake of argument, what magnitude of devil are we dealing with here?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Something I couldn't even kill.
Well, that probably means that our group couldn't do anything either.
At the current moment, no.
Not current. True.
Like I said, I could pull some strings and give you a fighting chance. And take a bit. I have to get in touch with some old contacts. Otherwise, the best we can do is I can make him a new body. And we try and steal the old one away.
Okay,
So that's
I don't really trust what's in the body right now. So to be honest, getting rid of it in any means is preferable in my opinion.
yeah, I do want to get rid of it, but we need to be prepared to make sure we actually can.
Exactly. And that option, like I said, will take me about 4 months.
Yeah.
So
Just get rid of the meat suit and leave the soul into its new form.
either way, it's going to take some time.
Well, we'll have a discussion about it, I feel.
True enough, just make sure that the devil is not within earshot.
Yeah.
Oh, while the devil is asleep, what say you, Captain?
I still like the idea of ripping out, but not my friend, not my choice.
Yeah, but
Eh,
currently your crew member.
This is under your employee.
I say rip him out.
By what manner? Forcefully or gently?
I like force.
Hmm.
I'm going with forcefully.
Is Oz able to speak or like?
Oh no, you're asleep.
So,
Wait, no, you're
so,
talking about
No,
Oz.
no,
Okay.
the body is asleep. Oz is
Yeah.
not.
Okay,
Oz
so-
is in the
Okay.
lantern.
yeah, Oz is
Okay,
just
I
listening to all
specific-
this, and Oz just goes, "Listen, I'm all for it as long as it doesn't hurt."
Buddy, there's no way this isn't gonna hurt.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Besides,
A new
pain
body-
Valia, please.
A new
Oz
body.
can't see us, right? He can only hear us.
Correct.
I just
Yeah,
imagine Vice's like doing the like, it's gonna be fine, shaking his head
It's
no.
gonna be fine. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Oz is like, "Valia, please."
Do you
Here's,
want me to help or not?
Well, I do.
here's how things stand. I said, if you can get to the soul and destroy it, this thing's gone for good. Right now, it's not dangerous, but from what I know, it will not stay that way once it gets upset. It's a ticking time bomb. Play nice, you can keep it sedated for a while. If we go with the new body option, I'm going to need some sort of body part from the original body.
So here's a really good question. Since y'all want this devil gone, what's stopping us from just, chopping the head off of this boy here and just working with what we got after that? I mean, will the devil disappear? Don't really recall.
It'll jump
To where?
every
And
time.
Well, see, the
So-
thing is, the devil that you're calling it, used to be in a sword that I have, and now it's no longer in the sword, but it's currently over my body.
Yes. And you know
So
how
if we
long
try
it
to-
took to get in that damn sword?
I was about to ask that just now. We could try to force it back into it, or maybe some other object.
I don't know anything about sealing magic, so that's on you, Alice.
I don't either. The person who did it before is dead.
That's problematic.
Should I say persons?
Oh, more than one.
See, the thing
more
is, when I found the sword, it was years and years and years, centuries even, after all that happened.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is we can't do anything about it now.
Yeah, we have to prepare.
Like I said, if you get to the soul, you can destroy it there. I create a new body, it's gonna jump. And eventually it will find what it's looking for, its original body. And when that happens,
Question: Do you
good
know
luck.
what that is?
Sort of.
That's dangerous
Can you tell
information.
us
I
so we can
don't think
avoid it?
that we
No,
should
no,
know.
no.
We
You
should
don't-
not
never mind,
know.
never mind.
No.
Forget I asked.
We don't need to
Okay.
know where the body is, because if Nissan knows everything that Oz knows,
That's fair.
exactly.
Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything.
Say, because if I
even they
remember, he's
went from
going
the
to.
room, there's various methods for extracting information out of someone.
Alice, seeing as they know each other, should we really even be discussing this if only one of them is asleep?
As long as the body's asleep, it means he's asleep.
And he can't invade his mind afterwards and see his memories or anything?
He's not exactly that kind of demon as far as I can remember, but I mean, it's been a while. Hopefully not.
Well,
Either way, he would react the same way to this discussion.
from what I have experienced now, he's going based off of what he's seen and heard from, being in my sword. It's not necessarily he can just go into my mind and
So what you're saying is he more like uses you like a fleshy golem. Got it.
guess.
Like I said, a meat suit. He slips in
Possession.
between
The
various
word
things.
you're all
and
looking
does
for is
stuff.
called possession.
I like
Demonic
meaty
pos-
golem better.
It sounds like an insult, Bison.
I mean,
it's
which
all
one of
really
us
the
is trapped
same
in a
thing.
cage right now?
Got a point.
You are without a body.
That aside, I think our best choice is to destroy the demon, if at all possible.
What
Tall
say
order.
you, niece of mine?
Everyone looks towards Cabbage.
If the cage have
Wendy, staring at you guys with blood on her face.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yo,
Oh yeah.
what
Think
say
Bunny
you,
agrees.
Blinks?
I forgot Cabbage has been out of it this entire time.
Kind of like as she sees this, she kind of goes, "Oh, I forgot you have a little bit of me on you."
Ooh.
Trying to
Ooh.
get that prestidigitation. Let's just kind of clean this up. There we go.
Honestly, I think the look actually kind of suited you.
What's happening?
There's our pretty face.
It's
Don't-
fine. Everything's
don't worry
fine.
about it.
Eating something.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, cool. So, I actually have a suggestion. What if I just absorb the other soul?
Can that be done?
Is
Do
that
you
possible?
really think that you are strong enough to defeat a devil all on your lonesome?
Theoretically, yes. But yet
Right.
again, that would require you to be stronger than him.
How do I train my soul to become stronger without,
Training montage, go.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
is it just a
10,000
mental
years
thing?
later.
Because if it's just a mental thing, as you've told me, I can create whatever I want inside this cage. So I could literally, probably in a matter of what might be years inside the cage, but like days outside, I could become mentally stronger.
I doubt there's any kind of time dilation in there that'll, speed up the process. So I don't think
well,
that's. I don't know. You know a little
It
bit
is,
more about
isn't
the
it?
kind
force
of,
than I do.
he kind of looks it over, goes,
Thank you, Smith. I had the same thought.
I have, I have, I have
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Yes.
It's a
a way.
hypersonic
And she
lion
watches,
tamer.
she pulls out the hourglass.
Hmm.
You can see magic, correct?
Used to.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think you can see much of anything right now.
Plus, I can't see anyway. Thank you, Hawk.
And
I got
she
you, buddy.
kind of goes, if we can get this away from, he kind of looks over Oz's body, that I can study it, figure out where exactly his soul is. I can send him this. She kind of holds up the hourglass. Now, as long as he's in that realm, he can make whatever he wants. Which means he can make himself a bag of good berries. Means
Oh.
when he uses this, it'll give him time.
You, Alice, are incredible.
She really is.
But in order to do that, I need to be able to know where he is. And
Here's another
unfortunately,
thing. Could we whip up some kind of concoction to make this very troublesome boy over here permanently asleep? Or at least under for as long as we need him to be?
theoretically, yes.
Hmm. I admit that is not my area of expertise, but it is an option if we do find someone who is capable of such a thing.
There's a lot of ways to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, you can find a way to get this lantern from him, get it to the right people, find someone who can identify the realm that your current friend is stuck in. I can give him a fighting chance to win this battle by giving him the time he needs in a very short amount of time. As long as he can keep himself fed, this will stop time for him. Or stop time for everyone else.
How do you feed a soul?
Well, with the good berries I can create in my head, of course.
Of course.
Sandwiches.
Obviously.
Sure.
Being as,
Sure.
unless you bring it in with you, you cannot interact with it.
That's the current issue.
So,
So, do you know anyone who can actually, figure out where I am in this?
most of my contacts are gone at this point. I said
So once
Well,
again,
it-
time.
time. Something we have very little of. But
I think this is our first course on the ship, at least. Find somebody who can figure that out. Somebody, some city, somewhere should know something.
True enough, but as I recall, y'all are being hunted down by a
This is
fairly
true.
powerful group, so not
Very
sure
true.
how much you can get around.
That part is still true. Okay.
Like I said, well,
Yeah,
I've
I
got
guess it
some working
depends on
theories.
how. I guess it depends on how much you want this buddy of yours to come back.
I would like him to come back.
How much are you willing to stake on that?
Well, to be honest, I would like him to come back for one, and for two, if he doesn't, I feel like we're staking our lives the longer the devil is around.
Yeah,
Exactly my point.
lesser of two evils is the best terminology I can think of right now.
Hmm.
Not to call you evil, Oz.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, stupid is better than murderous in
Okay.
most cases.
Alright, hold on.
It's a compliment.
Wait a minute.
Is it?
It's what's referred to as a backhanded compliment. Take it.
I've met you many times before. You don't make a lot of compliments like that.
I mean, not unless it's in the bedroom, but
Wink.
anyway, we're getting off topic.
Uh,
I have some working theories. There are many ways we can go about this. Some of them bloodier than others. So, if you can get me the information on the lantern or
Ooh.
a piece of your
Here's an
friend,
idea. I just had a thought. Couldn't we cause paralysis from the neck down in this here boy, then heal him back up once our job is done?
that's fair.
That way, even if the devil tries to do something, you can't cast any verbal or somatic spells, really.
What
to
a
be
great
fair,
idea.
to be fair, first of all, what is your name?
I don't have one. You can call me whatever you like.
I'll be thinking about that since I have all this time in this cage. But, to be fair,
High priority right there.
yes, to be fair, he isn't a caster. He's a fighter. He's where I got all my fighting from.
All right.
We
I
might
was
want
the
to hurry this
caster.
up. He's probably about to wake up.
Yeah.
Precisely my point.
So
Just-
basically, we just need to keep him We just need to keep him busy while to give you time.
Sounds about right.
And yeah, I'm running out of spells here. We need to hurry this.
Let's move this conversation along.
Okay,
So,
so our plan
yeah.
is give him time. We don't need to help him at all, or do we need to steal the cage?
I either need the cage or a big enough chunk of him to make a new one. The big
How
thing
big of a
is,
chunk are we talking?
I imagine an arm of something, right?
and she kind of holds up her hands in, and sort of like a fairly large chunk. And it's like
Is it-
a cubic inch of flesh is what she needs.
Is it big, small, what?
So, like a hand size, essentially. Like you saw her cut off her hand.
I mean,
About fist-sized.
would his tail work?
Theoretically, if you cut it off at the very end, yeah.
Like single cell.
Well, your tail's pretty thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Will it grow back?
Yeah.
think
I mean, the
it's
new
That's
body
no.
would be
Well, yeah,
fully
okay.
functional.
Body
Like a
would
new
have
All your
tail.
pieces.
That's true, that's true.
Besides, I think that's a small price to pay, even if you can't get it back.
I guess
And
that'll take about 4 months, and
okay,
if you kill the body, he'll just jump. But
yeah, the
uh,
magic can work wonders, Oz.
Yes, it can.
I can't keep him down much longer. So
Okay, we need to decide then.
So, we going with the paralysis tactic or what?
just think on it.
I mean, we
Either
don't
way,
have to
it's
make a decision
gonna
right
take some
now.
time.
We'll think about it.
We'll bring it up later.
Okay, we'll table this discussion then. Back when we're more rested up.
That's a press for time.
And okay, she kind of lets go of the spell and kind of wakes up.
Did you put me to sleep?
Yes,
Be lying.
Why?
because I don't like you.
Yeah, I don't like you either, but why?
I thought it'd be funny.
That makes sense for you.
I mean, have I ever thought about anything ever? I just do.
9 times out of 10? Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You just do.
Yeah. Got me this far?
So, moving on with the meet and greet. Who's up next?
I guess it leaves me, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, no. I still don't know what you are, so
Well, I'm human as far as I know.
really,
Yeah.
what gave that away?
You said you don't know what I am, so
Well, yeah,
I gave you
just kind of
direct
put your hand, kind of face palms, and just.
so much.
I
Look.
was more talking about your past, sweetie.
I'm aware.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you aware of anything?
Oh my gosh.
There's the rub. I've been mulling things over. Some things I come to realize are 90% probably real in my head. The rest of it, I don't know.
Well, the good news is, whatever fabricated memories you have should be gone. The bad news is, from my work, the brain, I don't know if your old one still exists.
Yeah.
Leaves a hole.
There are some blank areas. I can't remember certain things about my past. I do remember actually being a guard for a bit, becoming a mercenary, working for the Black Rose. That all tracks.
Yeah,
But
you did
there's
good work for us.
there's a gap. Started about what feels like 7 or so years ago. Just that point, I can't remember past.
I guess.
I remember my hometown, but and where it is, it's just I don't remember leaving. I don't remember exactly what happened. When there was an attack, it's just fuzzy.
Well, it's definitely something we need to look into. I can't have someone wandering around. I mean no offense by this. Someone who's so susceptible to memory alter.
That's fair. No offense taken.
Look, I need you all at your. And it just looks at everyone and goes. And by the sounds of it, I'm gonna have to start you off slow.
Misan picks up the cage and puts it back on his hip. The glow fades.
Let me get in contact with some people. I will do my best to see what is going on with your hometown, Huck.
That'd be appreciated. Thank you.
So, war zone. I would prefer not to send you into that,
Yeah.
but I have still a limited bit of sway. Assholes have torn everything I've made apart, but I'll do what I can. This goes for the rest of you too. If you're being hunted, then even if your paths have been hidden, I can't guarantee the safety of anyone you care or love for. So, do what I can. And till then,
I'll be sure to leave you some information about that then.
now, you two, twins. And you see Stella just kind of sit up. Go, yes. So we are members of the Lost. I don't know how much you know about that organization, but we have been working for them for about a decade. I run reconnaissance. My sister, Zap, she works on the more necessary evils of assassinations. And I mean, we know very little about the inner workings of the organization. I goes, don't worry about that. Trust me, I have eyes and ears everywhere. I understand that. Where did you come from? And I go, oh, yeah, well, uh, we don't exactly know. What little memories we have have always sort of been, in order to do our jobs correctly, they were sort of taken away and put in the vault. She just kind of rubs her head and goes, another problem I have to solve. Gotcha. Okay. Fine. And then she looks at Oval and goes, Forge. That's it. That's all we're going to talk about. And just kind of pats him on the head. Goes, your vessel's problem. Okay. Now, do any of you have any questions for me?
Well, not exactly a question directed at you, but more of a generalized question, I think. How often are we gonna have food?
Hopefully, whenever we get hungry.
Well, that's the thing. I'm pretty much hungry all the time.
So we're putting the lizard on a strict diet so it doesn't eat us out of ship. Got it.
Just kind of just like hunkers down and just puts like the bottom jaw on the table.
Aw.
Well, I guess I'm going on a diet. I'm hungry.
It's like I didn't consent to this.
Like I didn't sign up for this. Why am I doing this?
Food.
I want out.
Well,
I mean,
ships
remember, we'll be out on this open sea. We won't be able to easily bring up our stores of food. We can't have you just eating everything before we can get to a port.
well,
For everyone, I understand.
I mean, the ship's cabinets are sort of connected to the castles.
Right. I'll have to go with Plan B for when it comes to it.
If that's the
So-
case, technically we can let. You know what? We're not going to tell him that.
I mean, you know what? Sure. Yeah, food will not be a problem.
Food is a very big problem. No one eats well but the captain.
No, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
think.
And
Careful.
first mate
Disagree with that
Valia.
one.
Hog glares at Hog. Yeah, Hog. Hog
Hog
glares at Valia.
Claire's
Hawk
the hog
glares
has a
at
beard.
him.
Literally
At this
awesome
point, it wouldn't
situation
surprise
right
me.
now.
Hawk's just glaring in his own hands.
Oh, I just imagined like this like bird like looking
Yeah.
at his mirror image and like trying to fight it.
Hog glares at Bison. Puts his hand on his greatsword. What was
No,
that?
no. Wait, let's hear him out for a moment.
I've been promoted. Let's hear him out. If,
Mm,
if the cabinets are truly connected to the castle and you guys are okay with supplying us, I guess technically we don't need to limit anyone food-wise.
I'm just all I can say is if you start going through the storage too fast, vessel might catch on that the cabinets are connected.
Oh
Wait.
no.
Were the
Just
oh.
cabinets connected without her knowing?
do you
I
think
think the
this is something
concern-
we would tell her?
I
Do you
think
know
the
the
cons-
things she would put through to your ship?
Yeah,
Make
it's
a
more
good
about what
point.
she might send us.
Yeah.
Might
There's
be
gonna be a lot
useful
of
then,
fish
actually.
related things.
Okay, we're keeping
Oh,
you on
I
a
like
diet,
fish.
lizard man.
What?
We're back to the diet.
We're back to the diet.
Ah,
Everyone else
we'll
gets
keep-
normal portions, and you will be sharing that portion with maybe a little more because of your
I
stature.
guess we can give you a good amount of
You can
food.
say it.
Just
I'm
don't
not shy
go
about my
overboard.
snacks.
We'll work it out.
Good. Because your previous self will only keep me for so long.
It's true.
I suppose
Oh,
if he
I-
only
you-
needs bodies to eat, if you just want to send some prisoners our way,
Oh
Yeah,
my
like I
God.
You
said,
execute
I'm
them,
an
you know.
obligate carnivore, which means that I only, almost exclusively, eat meat. If you try shoving me some of that green stuff, it's gonna have a real impact on my digestion system.
Well, then I guess you're gonna have to pick up fishing, aren't you?
Indeed.
Fishing poles.
Any
Easy
any
enough to
more
fashion.
questions?
We have plenty of tendon line around. I can finish making some very fine line.
Ancestor sport.
What exactly is our plan going forward? Obviously, we're undercover at this point, but what are
only
we
thing we have
doing?
Well, being as you seem to have pissed off the wrong people.
We tend to do that.
Yeah,
Doesn't happen for me until I come out.
I'm not gonna exactly tell you what to do, but I would recommend making friends, gathering allies, if you will.
We have one, I think. What was her name? Caroline. You know, vampire
Actually, a
woman.
good question. Are they gonna be all right?
Yeah, we did leave that in kind of a.
That is
Right.
true.
I said, anyone from your past, I wouldn't count on them right now. I will do what I can to check on everyone, but right now, everyone outside this castle, you can essentially consider lost. As far as allies go.
That's concerning.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we build up ourselves then.
Yeah,
Make each and every one of us a one-person army.
That would be pretty nice to have that again.
So, like I said, you got the siren. You have these three. And you have what's left of the rose.
It's something.
It's
start.
it's a start. Um so that being said, and you watch as like she kind of flicks her hand and kind of you see this small metal case appear. It's probably what? 7 of you. I don't know. It's about probably about like a briefcase size.
Okay.
And she clicks it open. And as she sets it on the table, flips it up, see 7 rainbow roses of like this strange like metallic sheen.
I heard Rainbow Road.
Me too.
Rainbow roses,
Okay, roses.
Ah.
like yeah, like metal
I was like,
rainbow.
okay, so which
roses.
version of Rainbow Road we talking here?
And she goes, I guess. Welcome to the Rainbow Rose.
That is fucking quick on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
How does he come up with it so fast?
This dude right here.
The meme lord.
That has one superpower.
He's magic. That's
I
how.
love it.
That's how he beat you to the one meme today.
Actually, multiple occasions for all of us, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
And-
if I can make a living off of posting memes, I'd be rich.
Yeah, and she kind of like pushes the case, and I mean she pushes it to her right, and just kind of looks at Cabbage, waiting for her to grab one.
It's like, how would you said how would you describe
What?
these again?
I'm sorry.
They're like imagine like a beautiful like perfect rose,
Uh-huh.
but it's like made of like metal, and it's kind of
Okay.
got this rainbow sheen to it, kind of like oil.
Okay, no, I was mainly just curious if it had God, I don't know the proper word for it. Just I wasn't sure if it was flat or if it had dimensions. That's it,
Yeah,
dimensions.
no, it's like it's like it looks like a super delicate rose.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now current scene.
Current scene, like she slid the case in front of you. It's
She's
just kind of
nudging me to take it.
yeah.
She wants you to take one of the roses.
Wants you to take a rose.
She she wipes some blood from her eyes.
All the blood has been cleaned off of you.
When?
Wow, yeah,
Anyway,
By
prestidigitation.
Alice.
mentioned
Yeah,
it again.
prestidigitation can
Presti-
clean
Yeah,
objects.
Yeah.
she has. Yeah, there's a spell that kind of let her clean you.
You got
Oh.
magically cleaned.
Oh, she okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, she's okay. She like I guess she like gently picks one up.
And you kind of watch a cabbage picks one up, and as she does, you kind of see her like flinch back as she's stabbed by a thorn, and you
She
watch
what? Okay, go ahead.
like as you're stabbed, you watch as like the rose takes on like super bright sheen and just kind of rainbow colors just kind of flow through it, and it kind of like evaporates, kind of like Thanos snap evaporate, and you see on Cabbage's hand this like multicolored rose symbol kind of appear and then kind of vanish. And she kind of being as Garchon's not there, she kind of pushes it towards Vyzon, slides it across the table.
They're all the same color and everything. Like there's no
Yep,
difference.
they're all perfectly
Just
identical.
wanna make sure.
Perfectly identical, all perfectly rainbow.
Yep.
Perfect.
Mm.
Actually, the rainbow road is kind of helping me for visuals.
Bison
Like,
cannot
and-
see
I'm
the-
imagining this thing is made of like bismuth or something.
Mm. What were you gonna say?
Let's say like as she'd let Cabbage do it before she explained this, but she goes, essentially, these will let you pass as any of the roses.
Oh.
And being as I made them all, welcome to the top of the food chain.
Seems a little odd for us to have this much power.
I mean, really not that much power as much as it's access to the network.
If anything, it's just our rite of passage. Just you show the symbol and then we can just walk on through. We don't
Well,
actually
I mean,
have power.
being as none of them will recognize you, you will be viewed as grunts.
Well,
It'll
okay.
stop you from killing. I mean, stop them from killing you. It's more or less a way for me to make sure that I can get you the information you need when you need it. Now, you have the backing of the blue. Uh, you know, Blue made sure of that. Um, he's not here, but unfortunately, Garshawn may be one of the last remaining black roses in the upper echelon. So, that gets you quite a bit of ways with the black. The red are mainly hidden, being as they deal in information. Uh, I don't really see the yellow much, but if you're ever in need of more of the how do I put it? Bedroom talk, seek them out. The only thing this won't get you in with is white, and if you see a white rose, you're
The one.
probably already dead. So
Heard about those.
yes,
I'm unfamiliar with all these roses, so
Same.
I thought that the blue rose was among the higher Collins of all the roses. What makes the white so terrifying?
Oh,
White was my brother's way of controlling me, a way of keeping me in check, if you will.
the white essentially is the reason why Cabot is the way she is technically as well.
I don't exactly know what cabbage is, other than the fact that she's made from my brother. And being as he's not one to make extras of himself, it's very odd.
So she is an unknown quantity then.
She is an unknown everything.
To be fair, she always kinda has been.
Alright.
No offense to you, Cabbage.
Or she's in a daze again. Just like with like a blank stare. Going through a lot.
There was a lot revealed to her.
Okay. Okay. She's gonna try to like lay your head on her lap. Just pet you.
I'm sorry, someone had a something bang in the background. I thought that was
That was
her.
perfect.
Smack.
Clang.
Yes. Accidentally hits table on the way down.
Okay, dear. We'll figure it out. Oh, I'll have to kill you, but it's okay.
better.
Okay.
You really do know how to keep things interesting, Alice.
That I do. But assuming everyone's taken a rose at this point.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my character hesitantly takes it, kind of holds it gingerly, then finally acquiesces.
I said, like, the very second everyone touches it, they get pricked.
Then carefully.
But no. And she kind of goes, okay. Now, before I show you what I've gathered, is there any more questions for me?
Do we have a map?
Oh, yeah, a map of this region would be nice.
I mean, this is mostly just a small island that we're currently on.
Not that kind of a map. I'm talking about the waterways that we can go into.
In a sense, unfortunately, right now, in order to get your ship seaworthy, maybe a bit. Best I can do is send you to the nearby islands. Uh, that's a square. I don't want a square.
You're welcome, DM, by the way.
So, perspective.
There we go.
Yay! An island.
An island. So, if we were to put this in perspective, you guys would be. Oh, boy. You guys would be like. Island. Comparison. This is the mainland. She kind of tells you. Now, from what I've been able to gather, You have a few options. Other than, you know, you can set sail into the open seas. I don't know how far you'll make it, but it's always an option. You could try to just sail away from all this. Um, Otherwise, from what I've been told, there is a small city off of the coast near us, and that is very tiny. Why it's the city of Dogenmist. It was founded on the back of both a bard school and a school of wizardry. Place of high learning. They seem to be having quite a few problems of recent time. Um, Mostly involving dragons. So, if there's any place to gather allies, I figure start there. Otherwise, if you know, you don't feel like dealing with the bigger sort of lizards,
I kind of just look up, squint a little bit, then put my head back down.
Looks at lizard. Miles.
I know inland there is the City of Lights. And there, well, it's more of a family squabble, which usually, wouldn't be too helpful. But when the brother is sort of the king and the sister sort of, runs the underground, that kind of, puts a little more emphasis on, hey, maybe there's some logic behind helping them. Then we get into the fun stuff, and this is where we might, you know, have to have a little bit of fun. Um, how do you all feel about becoming slaves?
What?
I'm generally against it, but
No.
To
Not
what
that bad.
means?
To the means of being able to enter a small little tournament in the middle of a desert.
Tournament, you say?
Said there's fighting
I'm
involved.
all of a sudden interested. Tournament.
That's all.
Tournament arc? Tournament arc.
Like I
Terminator.
said, being a slave isn't all that bad, depending on your owner, of course.
Well, 9 times out of 10, it's usually bad.
Mm, Well, I guess you haven't met the nice ones then.
I am usually my own boss, I guess. I don't like being under control by anyone. Well, normally.
Well, I can't exactly put all of you in there. I mean, I guess technically we could. Um, so in the desert, they're going to be holding a tournament. Now, you don't have to enter as a slave. Um, but a lot of the participants are, slaves and or murderers looking for freedom. Some people join the tournament just to join the tournament and fight, though they're usually looked down upon by the other participants, being as they really have nothing to gain.
Nissan
And
raises
when
his
you're
hand.
yes,
What if you don't care if you're looked down upon?
well, it's fine. I just, I don't see you gathering much information that way.
Hmm.
Um,
I do not
but
believe that information is what the devil here is trying to acquire.
Oh, is
well,
that my
and
name
that
for me now?
Oh, I'm giving you all new names, so don't feel like you're special or anything.
Oh, I'll have to keep that in mind when I give you yours.
Fair enough.
but in a few weeks they will be holding this tournament, and like I said, you free a few slaves, maybe a few murderers. Who knows what you can convince them of? Just saying. Or you convince the higher ups, the owners, the well to dos, to fund a campaign, bring in soldiers, if you will. There's a lot of ways to go about that. So, in that instance, we have people there. They can, get you the paperwork to be slave, a murderer if you wish, or one of the higher ups, an owner, a Madonna, however you wish to go about it. But that won't be for a few weeks.
Plus, the
So
overland travel is gonna slow us up a bit.
I also know, though I haven't been able to pinpoint it, um, there is. I don't know how to put it other than a cult that has been roaming about. Um, they it almost appears to be some sort of cleansing they're seeking.
Cleansing.
You're gonna
Means
have to define a little bit more. What kind of cleansing? Of themselves or of others?
Both.
Oh,
Hmm.
so what you're saying is we
It's
kill them
it's
to eliminate the
strange.
problem.
We've only been able to watch them from a distance because anyone that's came in contact with them has seemingly joined them on whatever sort of expedition they're on.
That's concerning.
That's very concerning.
So I would be careful in this instance. It's like I said, it's strange. These are people that have been, you know, most have been using the Red Rose for this. So they are well versed in mind control and torture and those sorts of things. And for them to just decide to join a cult, whatever's leading this, very powerful.
Hmm. So I like to avoid that like the plague it is. I don't know about the rest of you.
I feel avoid it until it actually becomes a problem we need to deal with.
I mean,
Or we keep running until we don't have to worry about it at all.
normally I'd be one to just jump in there and start slashing everything, but with the way they do things, it seems I don't think that's the smartest move here.
Well, I mean, you can still give it a try.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I kind of enjoy where I'm at right now.
Well, seeing as the mind people from the Red Rose, was it? Weren't able to do a thing, maybe it isn't actually anything to do with mind control. Maybe they're just a very persuasive bunch. Or maybe there's some other reason why people are flocking to it.
Maybe a different form of magic.
Who knows?
Perhaps an ancient magic.
And that's where the problem lies. We've been able to gather little to nothing on them.
Big old
If-
question mark.
And so
Does the cult have a name?
uh, from what we've understood, they call
DM
themselves
on the spot here.
no. They call
Who's ready?
themselves by multiple things. The Order of the Fallen City, Crystal Brigade. It's the only constant has been this sort of deity that they call Hermanthus. And he seems
Say
to
that
be
again?
this Hermanthus.
Okay, right.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write it down.
What do you think I've been fucking doing in the notes section this whole time?
True, I've been watching it.
Wait, where?
Or
party notes.
Party notes.
he's been known as the Chained Oblivion. Which, you know, is not a good title for something that a cult is following.
No, not at all.
To be fair, we did take down something that was chained before. Well, we had
Well, I
two
mean,
other people with us, but
Also, to be fair, you can throw chains on anything and make it sound creepy. You can throw chains on a rabbit, and it's like, oh, it's the chained rabbit. Ugh. Like, he just like does like the hand gestures of like creepy.
Speaking of chaining a rabbit. Never mind.
Oh, would you like some of that later? I can cook something up for you. Oh, come now. It's not that bad.
I couldn't remember his actual
Besides,
name.
you at least know where it comes from.
I'm just hoping I spelled that right, but I got nothing.
This is what his actual name is. I
That
legit
is-
forgot what his name is.
That is completely different than what you
I
said.
know.
yeah,
Sorry.
Memphis Starsden. Okay.
Look, I had it written down, and for some reason it just was not in my notes anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, also, I realized that I put you on the spot when I asked for a map.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing.
I was like,
I
"Can I have a
literally
map?"
was like,
Oh.
okay, I need to make a map. I need to make a map for this, and I
Doesn't have
just
a map.
blanked on it this
To be
morning.
fair,
Yeah, no,
Vizon
that's
would've
happened to
asked
me
for a map,
before.
but I was just like under the assumption, hey, there's probably just a map on the ship, right?
Exactly. That's what I was doing, but I
You would
knew
think.
that he didn't have it ready.
I'm
I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna ask for it anyways.
Yeah, no, like I meant to draw a map. I just God, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Anyway, yeah,
we'll talk about how map creation later.
Yeah.
yes. Oh. Anyway, yes, but I mean, that's about what I've done thus far. Any questions about any of these places?
Like any questions I have will be answered if we go there.
Yeah. I have
Well,
no,
I'm a little bit concerned of this area with many dragons. While I am of the reptilian sort, I do not actually consort with any of those flying
Well,
kinds.
and that's where things get strange. From what I've understood, whatever dragon problem they had, they've killed off the mother and are now hunting the children.
So then, the problem isn't the dragons. The problem is them that you need to be worrying about.
Oh, in that
I
case, that's a
don't.
much simpler problem.
I-
We just need to find the water supply.
The water supply.
Like I said, it's very strange. Up until now, they've had good relations with the dragon that lives in the area. That's actually, how they gathered most of their information. And for them to just turn and say that it is evil and asking for sacrifices, it doesn't add up to me. So, if you do decide to stop there, I would be very cautious and don't do anything rash. I have
Sorry,
a
all I
feeling.
would think about was punching the first thing that came into my sight as soon as I got there.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that typically does not go the way you want it to.
We don't need
Because
to
then you
do
have
Nissan's here.
numbers on going against you.
So, from what you're saying, it sounds like we might not be so much helping the wizards and the town surrounding it, but perhaps the dragons themselves.
Like I
It
said, a
sounds.
little bit of a simpler solution to that.
Like I said, maybe, maybe up until this point, the king's been corrupt and, working with the dragon. But it just seems odd to me. Suddenly turn on that which has given you so much power. What do I know? I've only started an entire organization from the ground up. So, and that seems to be falling apart now. So, really, who am I to say?
You make a good point.
Like we need to
Now,
figure.
the City of Light, you said there was a family squabble? What's
Yeah.
exactly going on?
So, a long time ago, um, a deal was struck. The man of the family would run the kingdom by day, and the female would run it by night. That way, the city was kept in the bloodline, and a mutual understanding would be had. But it seems that the new king has decided he wants it all, and so he's taken about hunting down the shadows. Now, I don't care either way. If you wish to, help rid the town of the underbelly, or help the underbelly itself, that's up to you. But I figured, you know, either way, you could gain a powerful ally from this situation, as long as you help tip the scales.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not the one to get into political discussion, but that seems like a terrible form of government, so it'll be better no matter what we choose.
Yeah, that seems like a whole big thing. It's political and personal at the same time. Whole sibling rivalry thing. That seems like a real big complicated mess.
It really does.
Oh, it really is. But it. I pass on the information that I'm given, and it just seemed like a good spot to
Honestly, I
gather
think
what
we'd
you
have
need.
an easier time figuring out what this cult of the chained oblivion is than trying to untangle that mess.
So we have 4 objectives so far.
Very
If
much
I
seems
have
that
a
way.
say in anything, I'd say we go assist the dragons, maybe wipe out a town or two, and go from there.
Dragons would prove to be very good allies.
Would be.
Precisely my point. And if it's just a town, well, most folk don't really know how to hold a sword, let alone use it. So, I'd say that's easy pickings.
I know you're new to the group, but we're not ones to just murder a entire town.
I mean, the outliers that we gain from it would outweigh any of the consequences that we'd face from anything else, I think.
Out of character, I really wanted Nissan to go, look, Bison, I know you're new to the group, but
That'll be the
Hey.
first town we've murdered.
right. It's like, you see, that's kind of what we do.
It's like you should have seen our one friend who murdered kids.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
It do be like that.
It do be like that.
The Orn and Spats just got hurt.
Yup.
I got nothing for that one.
Okay, I'm
in
gonna be,
his
I'm gonna be
defense, it
back
wasn't
real
his
quick.
fault.
Okay.
I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Yeah.
The best part is I have nothing for that. I'm just staring at Cross's avatar right now. The Dark Souls dude with the thumbs up, like, yeah, you're doing okay, buddy.
You'll be a-okay.
He's helping me right now. He's helping me get through this.
Oh my god.
Trying to think. Is the question mark supposed to be the last known location of the cultist, I assume?
It's just they're there. I was told to make a question mark, so I made a question mark.
You've been moving it around, I
You're,
see.
you're
Okay.
definitely moving it around.
There's somewhere in here.
We don't know where. We just know they're somewhere, and they're really, really good at persuasion.
Yeah.
Probably
far
a
as we
bunch of
know.
bards or something. Frickin' bards.
Okay, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Talking about bards.
Bards.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
That's why that jumped. Okay.
Is there any other information you can provide us about the area before we start deliberating on this?
It's a lot of desert. So pack for heat.
Oh, I actually prefer the heat over anything cold. So, this will be nice, for me at least.
Where are we located? We're the island up in the upper
It's
left
kind
hand
of a
corner.
little
Yep.
island.
Yeah.
Oh, is this us up here?
Yeah.
And, like that would be the scale. Like it's a small, like, essentially this entire city is just on an island. You have the tower in the middle, and then little villages.
Yeah, we have an
around it.
island city.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little village. As to where this would be like an actual fairly large. I wouldn't call it like, it'd be like Australia. You know,
And what,
big.
we're Tasmania or something?
So it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
All paid
Wow, that's a
actors over
callback.
here.
That's funny.
I'll speak some
Okay.
sort of gibberish.
Speak undercommon, right?
Yeah, it's undercommon.
There you go.
Common, yeah,
Need Ozzy you.
Yes.
but either way, we should have your ship ready by morning. Should be supplied enough to get you going. still don't know where your damn navigator is, but hopefully he shows up.
The fact that we're supposed to be getting another person on our crew that's supposed to be navigating us is troublesome since they're not here yet.
Well, if needs be, we can find one on the open seas and, well, press him into service.
Who is this navigator you keep speaking of anyway?
Another one of Vestal's hires.
Mm,
I mean, so far the ones Vessel has hired aren't bad. We have a smith now.
Yes, but I don't think you understand her hiring process.
I think I'm
Um,
starting to.
it goes a little something like this. Hey, do you want to fish? Cool. You're hired.
Welcome aboard.
That was a great interview.
Amazing. Is this true, Lizard?
Well, it's not exactly accurate, but more along the lines of, do you like fish? I said yes. And she said, great, here you go. And I'm like, okay, what am I getting myself into? And then she just kind of dragged me along. So, yeah, more or less.
Never accept the fish.
Why not? They're delicious.
You'll find out later.
She wants to
Okay,
put a
that's
chicken in the
oddly quick.
market. She wants to put a chicken in the market, and the first person it pecked, she brought in as her royal bookkeeper. His name's Todd. He doesn't know how to read.
Buy them face palms.
But he runs the book. I don't,
Well then, I don't know what manner of stupendous luck brought me in here, but I think she picked well for this one.
I would say so.
Like, surprisingly so. If that's her manner of, deciding things, that's. Whew.
the weird thing is, it seems to work out.
Say
'Cause,
again? What do you mean it works out?
well, like
He's
I said,
illiterate.
yes, but turns out he's very good at repairing books.
Huh.
So, well, he
Okay.
can't
Did
read
not see
them,
that
and
one
thus,
coming.
yeah. So, while he can't, learn any of the secrets in the book, keeps them well binded.
Huh. A literal keeper of books.
Oh, Vessel's quite literal. I don't think she understands really anything that's not literal for the most part.
Brain hurts.
Welcome back.
She still also hasn't figured out how. I don't know if you've noticed this. Our little city doesn't run on money; it runs on trade.
Picked up on that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
What's the catch?
Well, it's the fact that we had to enforce that because she was literally just giving things away that are worth thousands of gold for a single copper, and then charging 100 gold for a sandwich. She doesn't understand money.
Hmm.
Well then.
So we've just kind of worked it out as letting the people trade what they want for what they want. It's kind of worked. Very strange anytime we have people visit the island.
Well, I mean, historically speaking, that's how things got done before money was even a concept. So it's not all that bad to regress.
But when regression is out of necessity because you're quote unquote princess because she refuses to let us call her a queen. Uh, it's it's a bit strange. The island is strange.
So I have gathered.
But it works. No one comes looking for you here.
We'll be
So
right back.
All right.
worked out in my favor, at least. Should work out in yours. So, why don't I give you guys some time to mull things over? Whenever you are ready, you can meet me at the ship. Preferably in the morning, being as I'm very tired and haven't had a good sleep in. Looks at herself. Say about 8 years. So,
Before you go, can I ask one last question of a more personal nature?
Oh no.
what would that be?
Are there any parts of yourself that you do not want me to use?
I mean, if we're talking about the dead body, no.
All right, okay. So I'm gonna try to make use of all the parts of you in various ways. So I need to get to that thing before the blood starts to coagulate and cause all sorts of problems. So I'ma head out. And with that, he kind of just like does a half-ass salute and just leaves.
I have a very important question. Does he take the soup?
Oh no, the soup's gone.
Oh, okay.
It's been long gone. Like there's just a licked clean like pot on the ground that he just
It's
leaves
almost
there.
spotless.
Yeah, he also ate Nissan's food as well, in addition to his food, and tried to get some from Bison, but it's a little bit far away, so he couldn't do it on the sly.
Why did
Why?
you go for Valia? Valia was closer to him.
Yeah, strangely enough, didn't want to touch that.
Oh my god.
Good.
Range,
Stay away.
dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah, same with Hawk. Didn't touch Hawk stuff either.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
It's like humans' mouths dirty.
oh,
Anyways, but yeah, so my character just takes off to the kitchen to start preparing stuff.
Kind of like, he kind of looks at him and then kind of goes, you know what? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Any more
Probably best
strange
not to.
questions? Preferably
Uh,
not about my dead body.
I'm good at the moment.
None from here.
Bison is deep in thoughts.
Okay, then I will leave you all here then. Have a good night. I will see you in the morning, hopefully.
In the morning.
I'm gonna go try and find your goddamn navigator. Kind of walks out of the room.
Come back, Jose!
God.
Oh no.
Leaving you in the room with Oval and twins. They're just kind of standing up and cleaning up their little areas and ready to leave.
So if I remember correctly, there's a map on the table, right?
But
It's
you
a
don't
map.
currently have a map.
Oh, we don't currently have a map. Okay.
Nope. Your map maker has not shown up yet.
Oh, so the navigator has our map.
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Now I'm
we
also just
we
wondering
don't
if
have
it's-
any map of any of the areas, so
God
we
damn it,
are
Nami.
essentially blind.
Who goes to a war room that doesn't have a map?
I know,
We do,
right?
apparently.
This is Vessel's war room. Remember this.
Okay.
I'm surprised that there's not like a painting on the table then.
Well,
Good
Alice had the room cleaned before you got there. So
Got it.
Actually, very good question. This map that we currently see on Roll20, was that drawn out to us in any way, shape, or form?
Or is this a placeholder?
Or were we literally just given the most vaguest things of, hey, there's 3 areas here that we can visit?
Yeah, how much of this
Yeah.
is going to be permanent?
Okay.
essentially, from what you understand, is that Dog and Mist is near the coast,
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting at. So all we know is Dog and Mist near the coast. There's some
and
kind of desert.
the other two are out in the desert.
Okay. That ruins anything Horizon can really do then.
But
Yeah, I left to go prepare
Okay.
the body.
Is the war meeting over essentially?
Essentially, yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Is there any like important part that I missed or?
No.
That was
we've
pretty
been
much
just
it.
trying to figure out exactly what materials we have access to in the war room right now, which has equated to nothing.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah,
The map
so
wasn't real.
there are no maps. We do
Yep.
not
Not
possess
currently.
any maps.
Okay.
We don't actually have a map. All we know is desert and coast.
You do know that your navigator is out there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Are we being pushed to go find the navigator? DM says yes.
We look for the navigator.
You're also
But
in the
finding
room with
navigator-
Avel and the twins.
We look for the navigator, but in finding the navigator, we've learned how to navigate and no longer need them.
Yes.
Honestly, I can see that happening.
Roll a d20 for navigation check.
You also know the last place that the navigator was sent was the ship.
Also, the message they left us was probably in a bar somewhere. Oh wait, no, make up a story. That's what it was.
Make up a story. Was what? Yeah.
Either we figure out how to navigate, like you said, or we wait or look for him.
Well, we can't rightly chart any kind of course or plan of action without having a map of this
Where we're going.
landmass we're going to.
Right.
Oh, you guys need a map of the area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
Hey, does anyone have any paper?
Do we have the bag of holding with us?
Good point.
You?
Actually, we lost that star token with a no, I'm kidding.
I
Well,
did take the bag of holding with me, but I believe that we all received one.
No, it was a singular
Nope,
bag of
it was
holding,
a
and we
singular-
Oh,
never
then yeah, I
said
took it.
we never said who was holding it because Fluffy said that didn't matter, so it was whoever needed it had it.
Oh yeah, no, he totally took the bag then.
The only one for sure we ever knew had it. Well, no, there was 2 people we ever for sure knew had it. Valia and
Or
and
I actually
You
have no idea how.
you
I have no idea how
also
Star
have
got
an
it back.
artificer with you who, if Star took the other bag, he would have just made you another one.
but all
I
of
have
our
that
stuff.
still means we would have lost
Yeah,
everything in the other bag.
I have no idea
Here-
how Star got it
Well,
back.
We'll just,
Here's a
we
very
will say
real
it this
question for
way.
the players. Do all of you know what an artificer is?
To a degree,
No.
Particularly.
they're Tinkerbell.
Mag-
Okay.
Magical Smith.
No. They make magic items. That is their like sole like thing they do. They actually like create magic items from scratch. Like they have pieces of metal lying around near their forge, and then they enchant it and then give it out and use it. Hell, they can actually probably just pick up something, shove some magic into it, and then use
yeah.
it really quick, like during a fight.
Yeah, there's
That's cool.
multiple things where it's like you take a long rest and you now make this magical.
Exactly. So yeah, like he can make magic anything.
But
Any
Some things
modify
take
magic
longer than
item.
others. But yeah.
in this instance, you guys would still have your original bag. If Star would have been sent with a new bag, and whatever he wanted was transferred from that bag.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely have no idea how Star had it.
Point is,
neither.
we have the bag with all our stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom line.
You did not lose your bag. You are fine.
I never corrected it because I know you kept talking about it, but I'm all like, Valia was the last one who had the bag. I don't know how this happened.
I do remember Star taking it at one point. I just don't remember if it ever went back to Valia.
Well, it's like Valia had it after the events of the castle. Like during the castle when we got all our items, Valia had it since then.
Yeah, I remember that specifically.
So I don't know how Star got it between then and the ship.
Wendy.
Oh my gosh.
I know what Kevin is going to do.
Hold on, I have to show that on screen real quick. My God.
Amazing.
And it's got a mask, which means that is it's almost too perfect.
I almost thought that
like
was
it.
Ovolus and Cabbage for a second.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Dude,
How did
that's
you
Unfortunately-
so
find-
amazing.
how did you
Actually-
find this?
The best part about this, Fluffy, is the nipple slip right there.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Oh man.
He wouldn't be wearing anything. Anyway. That is a discussion you'll have to have with either one of your artificers.
Yeah. So.
Wait.
That is hilarious.
Visor
Still have your
produces
bag.
a piece of paper from the bag then, and hands
Okay.
it to her or him, or I can't remember who said it.
This is Stella. One you were familiar with.
The one that gave us our little tree friend.
Yeah. Which you still have, by the way.
What?
Little tree.
Little tree friend.
Still have your card.
Oh,
We have the
Visor doesn't know about
Italian
the little
tree ant.
No.
The
No,
the tree
Stumpy.
the tree that
Yeah.
we live in.
Yeah.
Well,
The
Stumpy.
Italian one.
Yeah.
Bibbidi-bop.
Boopity-boopy, boopity.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, you still have his card.
Yes. I
What?
missed him.
I'm sorry, is that man out? The what?
Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
that's right.
You'll
You'll
get
find
to
out.
meet him.
You'll
Don't
you'll
worry.
meet him.
Problem is,
Yeah,
only one
tree-
person could communicate with him, and you don't
Yeah.
have him anymore.
He's
He's
dead.
gone now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Actually, wait a minute. One second. One second. I need.
Oh wait. No, that's higher level.
And goes, yes. And then she quickly sketches
Nope.
there.
Nope. I can actually speak with him still.
Oh, really?
God
Let's
damn it.
go.
You don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand, but the creature
Oh, is
must
that-
be able to understand at least one language.
Is that
Got
sexual? Oh yeah, because you can telepathically communicate with it.
Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking class, but no, that's race.
That's a race thing.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking too. I'm like, you don't get that.
If
Yeah,
that's
you
what
have
it
to
is,
be
it's
like
still
I think,
me.
13th level or something.
Yeah, it's
Face
really
power.
high
It's
up.
high up there.
He goes, and then you watch as like she quickly sketches them out and goes, I'm not entirely sure of this area. It's not one we work in very often, but she kind of slides it to you and goes, this should roughly cover what you were looking for. It's mostly desert. Greenery around the outside. There's a few spaces, and there's, as far as I'm aware, I know we have a cave over in probably about here. One of the few we use to kind of mask our teleportation in. I wouldn't recommend it. It tends to be a fairly dangerous part of the desert. Sand sharks and sand krakens aren't the most friendly of creatures.
I'm sorry, did you say sand sharks and sand krakens?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not sure how that was unclear.
I've never encountered those ever in my life.
I'd
Then,
rather not encounter them at all.
There it is.
then I recommend staying out of the deeper parts of the desert.
Hopefully that
Um,
we have that option, depending on how things go.
Knowing
mean-
our luck.
Other than that, so there's very few cities, being as it's a desert. Most of them pop up around the oases. Maybe I'd find a traveling caravan or two. Um, it's sort of a rough place. So be careful and don't get caught by any slavers.
Looks around the table. I don't think we would have trouble with slavers.
I mean, I've seen them take down more powerful foes. Nasty bunch. Just, don't trust anyone. Only takes a little bit of poison to put you in chains. He kind of like looks at her sister and goes, "You know better than most." But if you'll excuse us, I think we're very tired.
I think we all are.
So
Yeah, it's
I would
getting
say
about
so.
that time, isn't it?
Fair enough. Thank you for the map. I'd appreciate it.
stay safe. And all three of them walk out. And as they're leaving, Oval kind of turns around and goes, "Remember, be at the forge. Just look for the bright light in the distance. Follow it. Follow your soul.
The light and the distance. Sorry.
Let the heat guide you. And may your loins burn with the passion of the forge god." He leaves.
If y'all could see my face right now. Oh man.
I was about to say, looks to the artificer like, did you understand a word he
I'm
said?
not in the room.
Oh,
not in
that's
the
right,
room.
that's right,
He's
that's
not
right.
in the room.
No,
he's
this is
not
me, real life.
Yeah, yeah. Nisan just looks around the room
man.
like, did anybody understand a word he said?
Bison is deep in thought.
Not particularly.
Staring at the map.
Right.
So, Captain, thoughts on where we should head first?
Yeah, where we going, Captain? I guess we're in your hands now.
It's a lot to mull over.
Uh,
I think we
The
might need to sleep
tournament.
on it.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
maybe.
tournament calls me, but to act like a captain, I don't think it's our best choice right now.
To be fair, I'm also for the tournament, but yeah, I agree with you.
I feel Dogan might be our best starting point. Here to see we can maybe get some information on the rest of the continent.
That's what I'm leaning towards as well. But you're all right. We should sleep on it first.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do believe that we won't know until we get there, but if we do go there, I think there's a way to solve our problem without, as our new friend suggested, killing the town.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
There has to be something else going on there.
Maybe.
Problems for tomorrow. Let's get some sleep.
And with that,
Oh.
Volley goes to look for. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Look for-
Volley looks for her room.
Again?
Let's
Her
go.
own room.
Good clarification there.
Perfect.
her
You
fingers
think
crossed as she
you
walks
think
in.
about it, and then you remember at some point that was a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Today's not
But
the
at
day
this
for
point,
that.
it's an 18-year-old.
No. I don't care if she's 20,000 years old. If she looks like she's 10, she's 10.
She looks 18 right now.
She looks 18 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she aged herself up.
Mm-hmm.
That was the hourglass thing.
Yep.
I was like, I don't believe it.
But still,
Give it a day at least.
She's going to her own room. Fuck off.
Judge.
That's funny.
You all go to wait. I should ask, where's Lizard Man right now?
Oh, in the kitchen, preparing.
Back on the
Yeah,
ship, or
like
Yeah, like he needs a full set of, culinary tools in order to make the best use of this.
Did you just like flop the body into like a kitchen table? It's like I'm gonna.
Yeah,
check
he's
this
gonna
out.
need a lot of space for this. It's gonna take a while, so.
Okay.
And probably some like meat hooks on the ceiling so he can properly like do stuff with.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's gonna
This
be
is becoming
grotesque.
a little too visual.
So really,
Yeah,
really,
this is gonna be very
they take-
grotesque.
they take you to like a butchery.
Yeah.
Probably once they find out what you actually want.
No,
Like,
he's
oh,
very upfront about what
Oh.
he needs
Yeah.
and why he needs it.
I would just
So
kind of
yeah,
be
it's
like,
gonna be.
they're used to weird shit, so they're just like, cool, whatever.
To keep things non-specific,
let's say because we're still
I'm
streaming,
going to
bud.
be just harvesting pretty much all the parts and then putting them into various categories to be used at later dates. So yeah, just like keeping the hide to be used for like leatherworking stuff or the fur to be used for like other things. It's very much like every part of the buffalo is used kind of mentality for how he's going to be processing this.
reading this more and more.
So yeah, very how am I going to use this kind of a mindset, including all of the icky parts.
Guys, we're about to have a Necronomicon. He's got essentially human skin right now. I'm just saying
It's not
that.
human. It's Viera. There's a difference.
Right. Porcelain white bear skin, okay?
It's gonna be a fuzzy Necronomicon.
There you go.
You don't know what he's going to be using it for.
I'm uncomfortable with
Heck
that
yeah.
sentence.
Like this guy.
Stop
Is
that.
there anything else everyone is doing before they go to bed?
Nope.
Yeah. By the way, when he's done, he is exhausted. Like it takes a lot of work. So he just like goes to bed, just like flumps down, just not even like bothering to like clean himself. It's like, I'll do it in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, Vizon will be the last to exit the room, like carefully folding the map up as he does, and kind of sticking it in his clothes.
Okay.
And then he'll just wait. What time is it in world?
Probably late night at this point.
Yeah, I would imagine it'd be roughly equivalent to now
Yeah.
Okay.
for Pacific daylight time.
It's 11
You
p.m.
spent a lot of time looking over the ship and
Yeah.
kind of come acquainted with that. I would assume like you would have went to the room about the time the sun was going down, and then this would have taken a while.
Vizon's actually not going to go to his room in the castle. He's going to actually walk back to the ship.
Okay.
cabin's court.
Hawk, before Hawk left the ship, he took his flask and poured the alcohol out into the water.
Oh.
Is he giving up drinking?
We'll see.
Character
That or,
development.
filling it with
Oh.
something else.
Is everyone else sleeping in their room?
Yes.
No, I am sleeping on the ship's forge.
Nissan goes to the ship and picks out a bed. And then just lays down.
Okay.
Yeah, long story short, he likes the heat from the forge.
Makes sense.
Now, no,
Oh my God, it's
gotta make sure
another
we're not
freaking
talking Avo level.
We got
No,
another
we're just
Oh
like
boy.
No,
enjoys the heat because it is a cold-blooded creature.
It's probably more on the lizard level and not.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
lizard level. This is
I still
biology.
don't trust it. I still don't trust it.
Trust what?
I swear to God, if I go in that forge and you're naked next to the freaking forge,
You won't be able to
Oh my
see anything anyways. Like seriously, it's a lizard. All that
But-
stuff is internal, man.
that's
I'm
not the
trying to-
point we're making right now.
How long?
Fine.
How long do you think it would have taken you to do everything with that body?
Probably be like past midnight or something. It's gonna be extensive. Because the categorization process is another thing. It's like, okay, I need to properly like prepare all these things for later, make sure they like don't spoil or anything.
So-
Like it's
So
gonna
we're
take
like
time.
looking well past when they would have gotten to the ship.
Most likely, except for maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you guys are both going from the war room.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe crosses
Yeah.
too.
On Hayward.
Mhm.
No.
I'll still give you.
I wasn't
Where's-
expecting everyone to go to the ship. I was very
where's-
surprised by that.
Where's Cabbage going?
To the room. That she was
To
assigned.
her room.
Yes.
Volley and Cabbage are in their room. Arshawn is somewhere.
Probably brooding on top of a rooftop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You three get on the ship, and you see the first thing you see this from where was it? You see like a small round table has been placed there. It's got intricate circles in the very center. There's a glowing blue gem, and then so as you approach the ship, you would see there's like a small like like a circle table.
Yeah.
Like one of those. It's got like carvings in top, and there's like multiple little blue gems in the very center. There's like a large gem,
Oh, okay.
and they seem to be like almost slowly rotating, and like you can see the light coming from it. And then, as you approach, you see a very tiny little creature. I want to make sure I have the right card.
Guys, I guess we found our navigator.
Oh, that was fast.
I believe he is a kobold. Yes. Yes, he is a kobold. Tiny
Oh,
little-
kobold.
Yes.
Yes.
I know that doesn't know.
His name is Spurt. 11 days.
Oh my god.
First thing I
11 days.
It's like a little baby dragon type creature.
Yeah, if goblins are to giants, kobolds are to dragons.
And as you approach, you kind of see it's like it's sitting on the table, just kind of looking over the little table thing. And it sees you approach, and you go, ah! Kind of hides behind the table.
Oh my god.
What are you doing on our ship?
No, no, don't hurt, don't hurt.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no!
we won't hurt you.
How big is the kobold?
What?
1
How
sec.
big?
Check something. 2.5.
Just for my
Yeah,
clarification, so
that's
I
doable. Okay.
zoned out. It's me, it's Hawk, Bison, and
He's on,
Ship
yeah.
right
I was
Yeah.
just checking on something. It's all good.
Don't hurt. You is
We
good. You is good.
we won't
Not
hurt
gonna
you.
hurt you.
What did you say your name was?
My name is Ill.
Y-
Sometimes black.
Nissan looks over to Hawk and Bison.
Usually it's just ugh.
I think he's heard those words around him often, and he assumes they are his name.
That is my name.
That
I
seems to be the
see.
case.
Why are you on ship?
Well, this is my ship, technically.
Oh, you captain.
Yes,
I just found no
Captain
excuse for
Oh,
my kid voice.
Adamisk. There we go. I
thank
can do it.
God. I've
Are
been
you?
looking everywhere for you.
Why have you been looking for me?
I am your never forgetter.
Oh no, not another lizard.
Oh no.
Also, never forget her.
I love it.
Do not worry. I have learned a lot in 5 moons.
In 5.
5 months?
Moons, yes. 5
Moons.
moons.
5 moons.
Oh dear.
So 5 days.
Little boy said this many.
No, moons typically mean months.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
do you already have a course charted for us, a map of our
Yes.
destination?
And he points to this table. Map.
Bison looks at the map.
Nissan kind of peers over to the map.
What
Hawk
does
also
Bison
looks.
see on the map?
It seems like a big stone with a bunch of smaller stones slowly rotating around it.
Thing can use magic?
Magical map. Yeah, this
It
one that doesn't
is-
surprise me.
It is map. And you look, and he's looking up at the sky. I have mapped it all.
You mapped the
Ah!
Bison points upward. You mapped that?
Yes.
Nissan looks
mapped
at
it
Bison.
all.
Like,
Okay, this is.
this little thing right
Made
here
a star chart.
made a star
No,
chart.
okay. I have to. I'm gonna mute myself.
Does this look like a legitimate star chart, like an orbiting star
Oddly
chart?
enough, yes. A perfect replica of a star chart.
Character, we're going to space.
We're going to space! I
I'm turning to
I-
sci-fi now.
love this.
This is
I-
Oh,
this is good. But I was hoping for a map of the land mass that we're going to.
Oh, the wizard that have one of those. It's how I'm able to steal.
Wait, you didn't make this?
No.
Who did you steal it from?
Nissan's expression just drops.
The wizard.
What? Is the wizard after you?
Maybe.
Wait a minute. Is it the
Okay.
Little tentacle woman said she keep safe and put on boat.
Oh, so the tentacle woman told you to steal from wizard.
No. I told her I have map, and she's like, I need map, and then now I hear. And you keep safe?
He's advising. Can I talk to you and Hawk over here real quick? give us a second, real quick. Kind of like huddle them. I go, this is not a good idea.
We're hiding a fugitive.
We're definitely hiding a fugitive.
Yeah.
He has no idea how to navigate.
Not at all.
No.
He just stole a map, a star map
Yep.
from a wizard.
Just put it on the table and that's it.
Tell me what he's putting about.
Ah!
Stuck in between them now.
I
knew
look down, being as you're all relatively big creatures, and this thing's tiny. It's just kind of look between your legs.
I imagine like Nar, like less fluffy.
I think
Yeah. What is fugitive?
it's a bad thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see, that not yours.
No, it's not.
No. Wizard
Nice.
probably angry.
There goes Wendy.
Yeah, wizard very angry. That's why I hear.
Wizard is going to come for us.
You keep me safe.
Very bad.
But what use do you have to us if all you've done is brought Wizard angry at
I don't know. I told you keep me safe. So I
Do you-
bring it here.
Do you know how to point a boat in the right direction?
I know many things.
Is that one of them?
I know many things.
Something tells me he's not our navigator.
He's not using plural.
How heavy is the table? Or how heavy does the table look?
You look at it, and it seems to be attached to the boat.
Oh, it's attached to the... How's it attached to the boat?
It literally, like the base looks like it has become part of the boat.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Sure.
And he walks over, and he goes, "How wizard do this?" And you see him like put his hands over the gem. Oh yeah, and then he watches. He just kind of quickly hits different stars, and you watch as this sort of magical orb kind of just forms in the very center of the table. And as it turns, you watch it go, yeah, and he pokes, and you watch as it zooms in, and you see the large island just kind of in front of you. He goes, I don't know what this means, but it does this.
I'm employed.
Okay.
Wizard calls
You got played,
fighting.
son.
Ooh.
So the wizard was our...
Possibly, but this could still work.
This could work, but we don't know how to direct it, I guess.
What does direct mean?
Oh, boy.
Is the kobold wearing any clothes?
He's wearing very tiny pants.
So just pants. Got it. Just wanted to make sure.
Love this.
Like it's more like a loincloth than pants.
That's kind of what I figured.
It's very much the picture that's in the Discord.
I just wanted to confirm. Mainly because I wanted to check what Bison's about to pick him up by. Bison picks him up by his tail.
Hey now. Whoa, hey. Don't hurt you. You do nothing wrong.
I don't necessarily want to hurt you, but you may have just put this entire boat in danger.
Why danger?
Because there is an angry wizard after you.
Yes?
And we are in need of a navigator, not an angry wizard attempting to steal back his thing.
Oh, he's not one back.
What?
You know, one back.
He puts him down. What do you mean he doesn't want it back?
Don't want you back.
Wait. Did you work for the wizard?
Yeah.
That was adorable.
Did,
Yeah.
did he kick you out?
He kick very hard.
And so you took his
Oh.
map.
Yes. He have many.
Let's go down to the kitchen. You was it?
Yeah, sometimes ugh. Usually
Not tea.
ugh. What tea?
Ah,
Wait,
we're gonna have a
wait,
good time.
Oh no.
tea not
It's
funny
part of a
color.
beautiful
Make
relationship.
ooh head go ugh.
No, no. Tea is a beautiful thing. Come, come. I make you some.
So I
Right.
could keep all limbs.
That depends. We'll talk about it later.
Bison may have made a friend
Wasn't. Definitely made a friend.
or a pet.
I don't know if anyone here has watched Casablanca, but I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Or a terrible, terrible relationship. Or comedic relief.
That too.
Or romance. We don't know.
I know what Bison do.
Imagine.
Because you're the captain, he follows you.
Take him down below decks and sit him down to make some tea.
He has no clue what tea is, and he tries to drink it hot, and he burns himself.
No, no. It might be a little hot for you. And to let it cool, maybe blow on it.
What color is he, by the way?
He would be white.
A white kobold. Okay. Interesting.
Pretty sure because they match dragon colors, don't they?
Yes, they do. Any dragon color.
Yep. He tries to drink it. He doesn't know how to drink, but he
He has a
tries.
drinking problem.
Bison takes the time to help him.
Very much like a child you're trying to give a normal to when they really should have a sippy cup. A lot of spilling on himself and burning himself.
Oh, you got a kid now.
I don't like tea. It's hard to burn.
Oof.
To the brig with him.
What's big? Oh. Is that your bedroom?
But
You got bedroom? So you're big.
no.
We'll
We
be
could get-
drawing these triangles
Wait,
in prison.
that big cage? You'll never have such big cage. Your cage always tiny.
Oh my god,
could
what
move
was that?
It was wonderful.
Hawk,
It was so nice to you.
would you mind taking him to the crew's quarters with you? Find him a bed.
What?
Yeah, I guess I can.
Thank you. You follow the nice armored man. He will take you to a nice soft bed.
I don't like Armor Man.
Armor man is nice. Nicer than me.
Armor Man ugly. You're shiny.
Wow.
You don't like shiny.
I like this one already.
Son,
Yes.
I will kick your ass if I have to.
I'm really tempted to see how he reacts to a mind link, but I don't want to do it right now.
There's a voice in my head.
Well, I think it's gonna pick up a gun.
I can imagine it now.
Yeah, just follow me for now.
Thank you, Huck. Let's all try to get some sleep.
I agree. I followed them because, we all sleep in these cruise quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'll be heading back to my room. Away from the kobold.
Yes. The bring with him. That was good.
The brick. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, leave to the
I
core
think
quarters.
that about does it for the night.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah, we'll call it there. I want you to meet your navigator.
Knew it. Hate it, but I knew it.
Why can't
So-
we have one useful?
Hold on.
He knows
I
how
would
to
like
use
point-
the map.
No, I would like to point this out. Most, like long sea voyages back before a lot of things, the sailors of old used to sail at night because
By
they
stars.
used the stars to navigate.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So having a star map was actually a really good thing.
I know that. Me as a
Mhm.
Yeah.
player knows that.
Yeah.
Bison specifically wanted an actual landmass of a map, though, because
Yeah, I mean, I think we all do.
Right.
yes,
But being able to, as a seafaring vessel, have a star map, that would have been way more useful than a land map.
right.
Also,
Yeah,
Fluffy,
this star map.
that map, the way you described it. Have you watched on Treasure Planet recently?
Hey.
Yeah, seriously, that's kind of what I was thinking, or like the galaxy map from Mass Effect.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's totally sci-fi, dude.
So you clicked on it, zooms in. Wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Magic. A very, very
Yeah.
powerful magical artifact that no one knows how to use.
Exactly, except for the newborn.
A newborn kobold.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Or it's magical.
Fun fact, kobolds can actually exceed human lifespans, but rarely do because they die too young.
I wonder why.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like they throw themselves into battle with a little regard for their own personal lives.
They're almost like lemmings.
Yeah,
The thing is, he also
know.
hasn't met the giant lizard yet.
exactly.
I should be like, Dad.
I was thinking, the same
Watch him like food.
Oh
Dad, food.
no. No. What?
Mm.
Oh my god. That was good.
Yes.
Good session today, guys.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna end.
Yup, so will I.
Mm.
All right, chat. We had. It feels like now. I don't know. Well, before it felt like D&D, but like now it really feels like D&D. We're like, we have our thing, we have a goal, but like we have so many different options now. It's crazy. I love it. Thank you all so much for watching. Click on my name to see my schedule and all that. Click on schedule, and then you scroll down to the about me. You will see all my links, including the code OTEN for 10% off anything inside the triumphchairs.com store and aeroxindustries.com store. If it wasn't for them, wouldn't stay afloat. All right, love you guys. And we will see you wonderful people next time. Tomorrow I may not. I might stream, but it's not going to be Destiny related. We'll see. It could be something. Just look out for Twitter Twitter is at Soto Entertain M1. Follow me there. Check out Twitter. I'll announce a lot of things actually for the coming week. For those that don't know, I messed up the time on when Genshin Impact is supposed to be releasing for the US. It's coming Sunday night at 7 p.m. So I will be collabing with the other streamer at 7 p.m. Announcements coming soon, most likely tomorrow. So stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday at 7 p.m. PT. All right, love you all. Peace.